My name is Stella Lackore, and my audience members are going to introduce themselves.
My name's Ashlyn.
I'm Elena.
I'm Lexi.
I'm Drew.
I'm Jenna.
I'm Cambry.
I'm Olivia. Okay, today I'm going to talk to you guys about my informative experience speech. So POTS, or postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome, is a condition that affects blood flow in the body. It's invisible to most, but it affects my day-to-day life. Today I want to share my journey with my diagnosis and how it's challenged me, the lessons I've learned, and how it can teach us all something a little bit about empathy. I live with POTS, whether that's playing sports or even standing in line at the grocery store. I experience symptoms every day. Even if you don't live with it, everyone faces invisible challenges, and everyone needs to know how to go through those with compassion and resilience. POTS has taught me patience and empathy, lessons I believe can benefit us all someday. So life before was my sophomore year, and it was basketball season. I had endurance, I could play freely, and I was even getting a little bit of playing time on varsity, which is kind of a huge deal in our program. And then I unfortunately caught a really bad cold, but decided to play through it so I could continue to get those minutes on varsity. And then I had a bad warm-up accident with one of my teammates where I sprained my ankle. But I had a quick recovery and I felt good again. And then things started to change after that. After a couple of weeks, I started feeling off and I couldn't even make it through a full quarter. So that's when my family and I decided that I should probably go see a doctor. I did a lot of blood work because they assumed that I had a mineral deficiency or a chronic illness. And when we got the results back, I left with nothing but a bruised arm. That's when they thought it was something internal. So I got a CAT scan. It was this big, scary silver tube. My dad went with me to cheer me up. And it was okay though, because I got to listen to Taylor Swift. And it kind of reminded me of a car wash, not gonna lie. But I had to be super hydrated during this test. And I got an IV, not here, not in my hand, but in my forearm. And that was one of the most painful things that I've ever went through in my life. And I still have a scar from it. Once we got those results back, there was still nothing. So then they said that I had asthma. I did a breathing test. They assumed I had asthma. I got an inhaler. After a couple weeks, it didn't work. The test came back. I don't have asthma. So then I got a heart monitor at the beginning of June. And it was this square thing that right here, and it had a circle on it, and I'd press it every time I had a symptom and write my symptom down. When we got those tests back, they also came back normal. So then that's when my family and I decided that I should go see a specialist at the Waterloo Children's Hospital, where my doctor diagnosed me with POTS. He told me that it was because of the immune system shock when I sprained my ankle and got a cold. My body couldn't handle that all at once. And he left me with saying that I need to eat more salt and befriend Gatorade. This was really hard for me to accept, and it took me a long time to stabilize my physical health and my mental health, knowing that I would never be the same again. Now I pace workouts and listen to my body. I still play sports. I'm a senior in high school, but my progress looks much different now. My whole life I believed that my worth came in my sports performance, but through this process I figured out that my identity is not within sports. I still feel 3 steps behind daily, but I remember that progress is progress, no matter the pace. Through this process, I learned empathy for myself and others, and that invisible struggles exist. I'm sharing my story not for pity, but for awareness and compassion, and a lesson for everyone. Living with POTS has been a struggle, but it's only made me stronger and more empathetic. From my life before, to searching for answers, and then adapting to my new way of life, POTS has taught me that that's life, and sometimes things don't go your way. But everything happens for a reason. Invisible struggles do exist, but compassion towards the ones you love make all the difference.